What's up, y'all? I had done already got cozy because this conversation is about to get real deep. Tonight, we're about to ruffle a few feathers. Everybody keeps screaming 50-50, but what does that really mean? Is it splitting the bills down the middle? Or is it equal effort? Or have we completely lost the whole true meaning of a healthy relationship? We're going to talk about the gender roles, 50-50, and how social media have changed people's perspective on what a relationship should look like. Now, before y'all start getting all in a frenzy in these comments, hold your goddamn horses. Hear me out, okay? So let's talk about it. See a lot of people saying, like, what does 50-50 really look like? Listen, I feel like everybody throw around that whole 50-50 too loosely for me. What do you hear when you hear 50-50 when it comes to your mind? So is it splitting the bills, splitting the chores, parenting, emotional support, or is it all the above? Everybody's definition seems to be different. See, to me, I feel like it's all the above because in a relationship, it's all about partnership. I have seen enough couples in my lifetime and I have seen them go through different things in life. Listen, it was never like you do this, you do that. It was always, I got you and you got me type shit. They come up with different plans just to build a better future for themselves as a couple. It's never about that one spouse telling you, I said do it this way, and that's what I mean, and that's the end of the discussion. Don't get me wrong, like, some people, they might do stuff like that, but I know the ones I have seen that was in healthy relationships. No, ma'am, no, ham. It was not like that. It was all about teamwork. Now, let's get into the traditional side of a relationship and a modern side of a relationship. I feel like this one right here is like because we got some people that's very traditional. And on the other end, you got people that's like this day and age. Now, back in the day, it was very common for a man to handle things financially while the woman stayed at home, cook, clean, make sure the household and the kids were straight. Nowadays, a lot have changed. Like a lot of women, they are working full-time jobs. And you have some men out there that can come home and they cook, they clean, and they take care of the kids. My question is, if both spouses are working 40 hours a week, should one person be responsible for all the things that's around the house? And the answer is no. Listen, both partners should put in the equal effort to actually help out around the house. That way, everything in that household can just run so smoothly. Maybe one parent can be helping the kids with their homework while the other parent is preparing dinner. Compromising. One can be getting the kids ready for bath, and then the other can be cleaning up the kitchen. Right there, y'all are working together to make things easier and flow. Now, maybe this may all sound unrealistic because I ain't got no husband nor no goddamn kids. But I know, like in the near future, when I do have my husband and my child, this is how I will want things to run. All right, y'all, let's get down to these finances. Say, for instance, like one spouse, they bring home $40K a year, and then you got the other spouse on the other end bringing home $200K a year. Should these bills be split exactly down the middle, or should each spouse contribute what they can afford at the time? Me personally, I feel like with that type of pay coming in that household and that one spouse is making only $40K and the other one making $200K, I feel like both spouses need to sit down, have an honest conversation, see which bills that person can handle and see which bills the other one can handle. And as life changes and as things get progressing, that's when y'all sit together and y'all make some adjustment. That's what partnership looks like to me. Sometimes when people hear 50-50, they automatically assume it's all about the finances. But relationships are so much bigger than money. What about emotional support? What about being there for your partner when they are struggling, helping out around the house, encouraging each other, even showing up consistently? As one person can give more financially, the other person, they can carry things emotionally. Life isn't always perfectly balanced. Sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes it's 70-30. Sometimes it's giving your 100% because your partner needs you in that moment. And baby, guess what? That is all okay. Now, let's get into the social media aspect of it all. Social media really have people thinking that a man supposed to pay for everything and a woman shouldn't have to work. Like, if he wanted to, he would. If she loved you, she would. Like, okay. My question is, are we dating for social media or are we building real relationships? What works for one couple may not work for the other. I see a lot of people always on looking at people on social media and comparing their relationships to others or their household to others. Like, no, we can't keep doing that, y'all. Don't let social media fool you because they may look like this on social media, but on the inside of their household, they probably out there doing down bad. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry to say they probably down bad. Don't give two fucks. She getting beat on or he getting beat on. You know, probably locked in some cages. Who knows? Listen, I'm just saying. We don't want to base all our whole life around these couples on social media. One thing about me, I never said no couples goals. Oh, couple goals, relationship goals. That's the saying. Relationship goals. Because I know how I want my relationship to be, and I know that the image they are portraying it to be, and that's something I don't want it to be like. You know, everybody have their own ways of thinking. Like, let me tell y'all a little backstory about myself because when I was in a relationship, yeah, I was very immature to the whole 50-50 thing. Let me tell y'all that right now. I always thought, yeah, we finna split this shit down the middle. I never cared if he didn't have no job. I didn't care about none of that. All I know, I needed him to pay half of this rent, half of this light, half of everything, half of this car. Like, I needed you to split this shit down the middle and didn't give a fuck if you ain't had no job. You better go find something and go make some extra money. Like, I used to always complain like I was just doing it all by myself. That frustrated me. And all I know, I wasn't there for him emotionally to the point I just shut him out. And I was like, I can do it by myself. You know, strong black woman, bitch. I could do it by myself. Back then, like, I was very immature about it all because I felt like I was like Rod Wave carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, y'all. I just like, I couldn't take it. Like, looking back at this now, I can honestly say like, I can be like, damn, Cole, you was tripping. Life have a funny way of changing your perspective of things. I learned that in relationship, you're going to go through some seasons. Sometimes you're going to be giving 70%. Sometimes you're going to be giving 100%. And sometimes your partner is going to be the one carrying the load until you can get back on your feet. Relationship is not always about 50-50. It's truly about you and your partner sitting down together, communicating, working through whatever they are facing at the moment, and also coming to an agreement together, emotionally being there for one another. It's about compromising, choosing each other even when life gets hard. Don't get me wrong. You're going to have some bumps along the way now. No relationship is perfect. Now, if both people is willing to put in that work, communicating with each other, compromising with each other, and being there genuinely for each other, then listen, right then and there, you have one hell of a relationship. I mean, something beautiful will really come out of all of that. Now, y'all, listen. I want to hear from y'all. Should a man pay every bill? Would you date somebody that makes less than you? Is cooking still considered a woman's responsibility? Should household chores be split equally? If one partner stays home, should that partner be responsible for all the housework? Can a relationship survive if everything is always 50-50? Are we asking for partnership or are we keeping score of everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I already know this conversation is about to get this internet rowdy. One thing I do know for sure, relationship is not no one size fits all. What works for one couple may not work for the other. At the end of the day, I believe that communicating, respect, and also teamwork is way better than keeping up with the score. But you know what? That's just my opinion. I want to hear y'all's. Let's talk about it.